They say stone walls and iron bars are the final word in justice, but for some, they were just a suggestion. Tonight, we're relooking at the empty cells, the cases where the killers didn't just escape, they evaporated. These are the men who broke jail, remained free, and left behind legends that still haunt the towns they fled. In 1916, a Hungarian tinsmith named Béla went to war. When his landlord checked his property for fuel, he found 7 giant metal drums soldered shut. Inside, the perfectly preserved bodies of women pickled in alcohol. Kiss had murdered at least 24 people. When police tracked him to a Serbian hospital, they found a dead soldier in his bed. Kiss had swapped places with the corpse and walked out the front door. He was never caught. Decades later, sightings of a man matching his description were reported in New York City. To this day, the site of his old home in Cinkota is avoided by locals. They claim that on humid nights, the air smells of medicinal alcohol, and you can hear the sound of heavy metal drums being dragged across the floor by invisible hands. Folsom State Prison was built to be inescapable. But in 1987, Glen Stewart Godwin proved them wrong. Godwin cut through a fence and dropped into a storm drain. He crawled through 750 feet of pitch black, narrow pipes filled with raw sewage to reach the American River. He fled to Mexico, killed again in a Guadalajara prison, and escaped a second time. He has been on the FBI's most wanted list for over 30 years. In the lower utility tunnels of Folsom, guards tell stories of the crawling man. They report the sound of wet, frantic slapping against the pipe walls, as if Godwin's desperation left a permanent stain on the prison's underbelly. Some say the devil of Folsom never really left. He's just still waiting in the dark. In 1919, the Axeman of New Orleans terrorized the city, breaking into homes to kill sleeping victims. He once sent a letter saying he'd spare any house playing jazz music. The city roared with music that night, and the killings stopped. The killer was never identified. Many believe he was an escaped convict who vanished into the Louisiana bayous. In the French Quarter, locals say if the music stops, you can still hear the faint clink of a chisel against wood, the sound of the axeman looking for his next open door. These men didn't just break the law. They broke the peace of mind of history. Are they still out there, living as your quiet neighbor? Or did they meet a darker end? Tell us your theories in the comments. Do you have a local legend of an escaped killer? Subscribe for more deep dives into the shadows. Stay safe and keep the doors locked.